If you want something to be soft and romantic, you're not going to choose something a little pokier. Or if you want something dramatic, you can go for a bold color. It just depends on the flowers, but they all change the feeling of a room.
Everyone deserves a home that brings them joy. Maybe you're an artist or a collector, or maybe you're an athlete or a chef. Everyone deserves a home that's a reflection of their personality. So we wanted to talk to some of the most interesting and inspiring people we could find about how their passions and their personalities impact the homes they live in today. Grace Erickson is a florist, a creator, and the owner of the Yellow Flower Truck, a beautifully restored 50s Ford that she converted into a flower shop on wheels. What started as a personal hobby has blossomed into a career where she shares her love of flowers and brings joy all throughout LA. Hey Grace, it's really great to meet you.
Hi, it's great to meet you as well.
So I want to talk about the Yellow Flower Truck and everything you're doing today, but I like to start these by backing up a little bit and asking what your first home looked like.
Well, I'm from Wisconsin originally, and my first home was a tiny 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home with a huge yard and a big tree. It was full of lots of love.
Were you gardening or there flowers on the property as well? Is there a hint of something that would lead to what you're doing today?
Yeah, I would say that my mom was a big gardener. Like, we had a huge peony bush outside of her bedroom window growing up, and we also had a huge lilac bush as well, and we would plant flowers all the time. She tried doing a vegetable garden, and I think she gave up on that one pretty quick.
So you were really involved in that as well, or you were just kind of watching her do it from the sidelines?
Oh, definitely would jump in and help.
Is that one of the first memories that you have of starting to really love flowers and plants in general?
I think I've always liked plants and flowers in general. I remember my grandparents were in the country and they had a big meadow, and we'd always pick the wildflowers. And for gardening, they had the wild strawberries and wild raspberries and wild blackberries everywhere. And next door to them was an apple orchard that they had planted. So when my dad grew up, he was there. So I feel like it was kind of instilled in me at a very young age.
Well, I guess take us from Wisconsin to LA. What was that path like? And are you still that connected to nature there?
I feel like now I am. I left Wisconsin when it was really cold one winter, to be completely honest. It was negative 45 with wind chill. And I was in San Diego, and I had friends that had moved there. And we went to the beach, and I was like, I don't need to live here anymore. It's so beautiful. And so I've lived here now for 11 years. That's funny. Everybody says, like, where do you go to touch grass? Like, I feel like this is my grass.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what you are doing with the Yellow Flower Truck?
Right now, I'm really focusing on starting up some workshops, like build your own bouquets. So, we're going to do one with flowers that will dry nicely. I'm working with Floral Grub, which is a garden center nearby, and they've got a pavilion. So I'm grateful to be able to set up shop there, which is really exciting. The truck is so fun because I'm allowed to bring it anywhere, but not a lot of people in LA have a place for it to go. So it'll be really fun to give people a place to come to, as well as being able to bring the truck to them.
Oh, that's really interesting. It's not only like a way for you to move around, but it also becomes a destination everywhere it goes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's been probably the most surprising part, because I only started the truck back in November. It's really cool to learn that people have traveled to come see the truck. I've had people come from Pomona, which to me might as well be, it's a few hours away, but that might as well be the East Coast, So it's exciting that they traveled all the way here just to come make a bouquet at my truck.
I completely understand why someone would. Can you back us up for a second? Can you kind of connect the dots on maybe the weather brought you to LA, but what brought you to, flower design and the work that you're into today?
So I had gotten laid off from my job. I was freelance producing. I've always loved flowers. I would make bouquets, go to the grocery store, buy so many flowers, and just make arrangements at home, or go to the farmer's market and always have flowers every Sunday. It was just my therapy. I was really inspired when a friend of mine started to become a florist. It felt like a job that you had to do once you retired. I don't know. It's like one of those jobs that you have to wait to do, it feels. And so she had hired me and had like taught me so much. And knowing that I was considering starting the truck, it just kind of took off from there.
What connected you to the truck itself?
Oh, so we've had the truck for a while now. My fiance and I got it back in 2019. And at the time, he had a motorcycle and we had one car. And we were like, we should just get another car and why not have it be something fun? And it's as close to a barn find as you can consider LA. It was from a Silver Lake garage. We drove it home that night. It was leaking oil all over our feet. And we sent it up to a shop. We named her Daisy back then, not knowing she would become a flower truck. So I partially feel like she's fulfilling her destiny right now.
Amazing. So the truck was first before the whole brand and company.
Yeah.
So you're saying you didn't do work on the truck yourself?
Yeah, not to get her to where she's at right now.
Okay.
Before the flower truck, she did not have power steering, and that was rough. It was a
workout everywhere you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that idea of vintage and retro something that carries out into your home in other places?
Oh, definitely. I actually thought that my career path my passion was really deeply rooted in interior design more than flowers. So I was really excited when you guys reached out. I love old retro, vintage. I love so much about old and new things. I love color and character. Yeah, I would say it trickles into all aspects of my life.
Is there a specific element in your home that you can tell us about that kind of carries that spirit through?
Ooh, I would say we have a chandelier. I looked up because it's above me. We have a chandelier that we just recently got on Facebook Marketplace, and it's really beautiful. It's got amber glass, and it's vintage but looks modern. It's very timeless, and it feels very homey. It kind of reminds me of my grandparents, but elevated.
When you find the truck and the chandelier and all that stuff, is it because you've been hunting on places like Facebook Marketplace for a while, or is it you're just always on there looking for whatever comes up?
I'm always on there.
I want to ask you some questions about flowers and floral arrangements in general. Can you just try to summarize how you feel flowers can change the way that you feel in a home?
It's funny because I feel like flowers have an impact with being so minimal. It's just like one stem can change the vibe of an entire room. When I create arrangements, I typically ask people, what are 3 feelings you'd like to evoke or moods that you'd like? And I use that as part of my floral selection. I will look for things that I feel like spark, let's say it's like happiness or empowerment, or empathy. And then I try to see if those flowers like give that feeling back.
Is that just something that you sense in the discovery process, or is there research of the symbolism behind them that you're tapping into?
It's just kind of the way that, if you want something to be soft and romantic, you're not going to choose something that is a little pokier. Or if you want something dramatic, you can go for a bold color. So I guess it just depends on the flowers, but they all change the feeling of a room.
Do you have a way when you're dealing with your customers of kind of encouraging them to bring out what emotions they're looking for?
When people come to the truck, it's pretty easy to see what it is that they're aiming for. They're getting it as a gift for either a friend or a parent or their daughter's dance recital. While we're at the truck, I have pre-made bouquets, and then you can build your own, and you can either grab them yourself or I can help you. Even if they tell me just to figure it out myself, like they'll be happy with anything. I force them to pick 1 or 2 flowers that speak to them the most. And then I build that arrangement around that for them.
Is your selection at the truck changing all the time with the seasons, or are you able
every time it's different.
Cool.
Yeah, very different. I think that's the fun part about flowers. I typically go in with a color palette and then a few feelings or moods. It could be spicy and I'm looking for reds and oranges and lime green one week. And then it could be, I don't know, a fairy garden. And I'm looking for wispies and, I don't know, little flowers and roses, So I think it's always changing, but every time I pop up, I pick out a different palette. So when you come to the truck to pick out your flowers, all of my flowers that I have chosen go together. So there's no wrong answer. You can mix and match every single one, and you'll know that the colors will go together and the vibe will still be the same.
What about in your own house? Are you filling your home with floral arrangements, or you lean more towards houseplants?
I have both. I had a lot of houseplants and always one arrangement of flowers, and now I have medium houseplants, I would say. I always have fresh flowers, but the arrangements have quadrupled, usually a few in every room.
It seems like a good perk of the job.
Yes, it really is. That's honestly my first day when I popped up. I was so nervous. I had only invited friends. I didn't post about it on social media. I was just so nervous that nobody would come. And my thought process was the worst case was that nobody came and I kept all the flowers.
It must smell incredible in your home at all times as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is scent a big part of your curation of a bouquet?
I think when I first started, it was. But then as I have dabbled in flowers more, I've realized that not a lot of florals are super fragrant, like a lily would be. And that's something that we talk about too. And if we were to do a custom arrangement, it's, do you want it to be really fragrant, or are you just open to everything else?
If I'm coming to the truck, you're asking me about the emotion that I'm looking for and I guess level of fragrance that I'm looking for. Are there any other key factors that you're trying to know before you select something or steer somebody in a direction?
No, that's pretty much it, besides budget, because I always want to make sure that people feel comfortable with what they're paying for. It's choose your own adventure. If you only need a couple stems for a bud vase, I'm not going to pressure you into purchasing an entire bouquet. You know what I mean? And then we build, and if you don't like something, I can just put it back. It's not, I check in with everybody, ask them if there's anything that they would like to add more, anything they want to remove, how are they feeling about it so far. Yeah, it's really fun.
Our clients have written hit songs and launched iconic art galleries, designed timeless fashion and produced classic films, crafted stunning furnishings, developed addictive games, and founded innovative companies. They deserve a home where they can rest, play, and be inspired. We're the Up Studio, and we design creative places for creative people.
You said something in the beginning that you can be really minimal with flowers and have a really big impact on a space.
Mm-hmm.
Are there certain flowers that you think do a better job at kind of living on their own versus ones that want to live in kind of a big bunch?
Yes, I would say that there are. The first one that comes to my mind is, I just love them so much. Butterfly ranunculus. You should Google them. I can't even explain them. They almost have metallic petals and they last for 1 to 2 weeks and they'll continue to bloom. I love those the most, I think, in a bud vase. Just a couple of them. And they're also very twirly. They wiggle up into the space. They breathe. Yeah.
Incredible. I need to know what a metallic swirly plant that keeps growing
I don't know if
after it's been
right.
cut. I'm so curious. What about gardening? Has that carried through into your current home?
Yes. So we actually just moved and we just did a full landscaping. That's been my gardening as of now.
What's a dream new garden look like for a florist?
A lot of flowers. I tried to get some plants that are more drought resistant since we're in California, but that will thrive and continue to bloom all summer. We did some lavender. We put a tree in. That was cool. A California peppercorn, which will be fun because you can harvest the peppercorns.
Cool.
We did some rosemary. We have a kumquat tree, chocolate cosmos, lots of grasses, some cacti. It should be really beautiful when it all grows in.
When you're planning that, are you thinking about it almost like a bouquet, like how it all works together when it's in bloom?
Yeah, different textures, different flower sizes, leaf shapes. Trying to maintain somewhat of a consistent color palette throughout. We did a lot of whites and oranges and pinks and a few purples. We were trying to go for a sunset. And then our greens are similar tones as well, but varying in a lot of different shades.
Are there maybe just some general tips after going through that process yourself that you would share with anyone who's looking to design their own garden?
Yeah, I would say remember how the plant will be when it's fully grown. At our last house, we planted a garden and it's wonderful and it turned out so pretty, but in hindsight, I would have spaced out a few more of the plants that got much larger than I had anticipated, a lot quicker.
So you're designing for the future, which I guess is contrary to what you're doing at the truck with the bouquets. It's a lot more of designing for the moment versus designing for the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about the truck, how are you thinking about it as almost like a member of your community? It feels like it's kind of on its own, connecting you with your neighborhood in a really beautiful way.
Beyond people traveling to come see me, it was really cool to get verbal feedback immediately from people in the neighborhood, just talking about how much joy it brings them just to walk by it and how much they appreciate just the presence of the truck and the flowers. I've never connected to a neighborhood in that way before.
I mean, it's so inviting. Is that something that's kind of built into your personality already? Are you welcoming people into your home all the time? Or was that a new muscle?
No, that's definitely, yes. My fiance and I, we typically always have somebody crashing with us or we're hosting. I like connecting with people. It's fun.
Maybe we've touched on it a bunch, but are there just some quick tips that you have for anybody to make styling flowers a more integrated part of their home on a regular basis?
Yeah, I would say honestly just start playing around with it. Try different colors that you didn't think that you would naturally like and just see if you can build a bouquet around that. Also, play with varying heights. Don't have all your flowers at the same level and just cut a little bit off at a time. Just play around with it.
I know you just moved into your new home, but if you were to start over today with an unlimited budget, is there something that you would definitely want in your next home?
Bold countertops.
Oh, say more.
Like a fun quartz.
Cool.
Yeah, bold one, but that didn't hide dirt too much because I like to know that things are clean. I don't want to pretend that they are.
Cool. And then the last question is just, we like to end on what is your favorite part of your house today?
Ooh, the windows and the high ceilings. Changing my mind, the high ceilings.
Not the windows that are looking out to that incredible garden you've designed.
Well, I do love one window. The other ones are okay.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me. This is really fun.
As we discuss in these conversations, we really believe that the best home designs are the ones that are the most personal. So if you're looking to pair your personality, your passions, and your lifestyle with home design amenities for a future project, jump over to our website or check out our card game, Personal Space.